Hello, Battle Club Pro fans. I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Welcome to War was a great way for Battle Club Pro to kick off 2018, and it has pretty much set the tone for the rest of this year, in my opinion. But first thing we do, we kick off with the Wrestlers Laboratory Catalyst pre-show. And by the way, Chris Ruiz, this was the best Laboratory pre-show to date. We open up with with Sean Donovan's How to Not Suck seminar, which was a triple threat match which saw the hippie Dickie Moon defeat Sean Donovan and the kid Vinny Pacifico. Next up was a six-man tag team match which saw Atarashi, Chris Crunk, that's Crunk with two Ks, Alan Angels, and O'Shea Edwards as they defeated the Left Hand Path, Zombie Dragon, Trevor Ion, and the very impressive Austin Towers, who pretty much towered over everybody due to his height. Didn't get the name of the lady in their corner, but these six men did work very hard in this matchup. Up next, Kevin Koo was set to face an opponent, and this guy comes out. I didn't quite get his name. I forgot what he said. And then he introduced Josh Briggs, and the fight was on, and Josh Briggs defeated Kevin Koo. And then it was main event time of the pre-show as Wheeler Yuta was set to challenge Mr. Grimm for the Nucleus Championship, which was a beaker. But just before the match got underway, it was announced that the match was no longer for the Nucleus Championship. It was to crown the very first Wrestlers Laboratory heavyweight champion, and the belt was brought to the ring, and it was a very great-looking belt, by the way. Kudos to the person who manufactured it. And the match was on, and after a hard-fought battle, Mr. Grimm defeated Wheeler Yuta to become the first ever Wrestlers Laboratory heavyweight champion. All right. Now is on to Battle Club Pro's Welcome to War. We kick off the night with BCP commentator Joakim Morales. He comes to the ring, and he mentioned that one of the sponsors for the show had passed away, and he asked the crowd to get up for a 10-bell salute. And I don't know who was ringing the bell, but that person only rang the bell 9 times instead of 10. Then Joakim introduces Mia Yim to the crowd, and she comes out and she announces to the crowd that on Saturday, May 26th, Battle Club Pro will present their first ever women's show, in which the winner will be crowned the first ever Battle Club Pro women's champion. Mia then announced that she will be competing on that night, as for the first time ever, she will be going one-on-one with third-generation wrestler Tessa Blanchard. She also announced to the crowd that the winner of the 2 women's matches in this very show were going to face each other on May 26th. So, we finally get on with Battle Club Pro's main show, which opened up the show with a women's match. Harlow O'Hara, or is it O'Hara, as she defeated Willow Nightingale. After the match, O'Hara noticed Jessica Havoc at her gimmick table, well, souvenir table, I should say, and they nearly got into it, and security had to break it up and such. Now, next matchup, we were scheduled to see, it was tag team match. We were scheduled to be the Lynch Mob taking on the Fraternity. The Fraternity come out wearing the Harvard Crimson and billed from the Ivy League. And they're drinking, seemingly. And Fraternity announced to the crowd that their scheduled opponents did not show up. And I guess pretty much issued an open challenge, and out came Billy Brash and Chip Day. And the match was on, and the fraternity defeated Billy Brash and Chip Day. Next, we were set for a singles matchup, but prior to the match, it was announced that it was going to be a Battle Club Pro Heavyweight Championship Tournament qualifier. That's a mouthful. As we saw the Oddity, Trip Cassidy, defeat the Pro Wrestling Maniac, Joe Gacy. Then, next up, we saw the Bad Apple, Matt McIntosh, defeat the Black Cloud, Joseph Black. Very good matchup there. Then, one match I was really looking forward to, we saw another Battle Club Pro Heavyweight Title Tournament qualifier. The Iron Demon Shane Mercer defeated the Bayonne Badass Danny Moff. That was a great matchup right there, and Mercer has qualified for the tournament as well. Now, it was at that point they went to intermission, and they not really announced it, but, wait, hold on. Okay. Get back to that later. But it went to intermission, but after intermission, out comes Dan Riker. I may have gotten his name wrong. He comes out and he goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And I remember there was 4 chicks sitting next to me, and one of them, she kept saying, "What's the point?" And she even was doing this. Don't know if she was actually wearing a watch. But basically, despite not being able to hear, despite this guy in the ring talking, I'm guessing he's looking to manage somebody in Battle Club Pro. But up next, we saw tag team action as the Diamond Dogs took on the Ugly Ducklings. Ducks versus dogs, look at that. Very competitive matchup here. Ugly Ducklings never seem to disappoint. The Ugly Ducklings did pick up the win as they defeated Diamond Dogs in this great matchup. Well, one thing's pointed out, I forgot who, one of the dogs came out with a big bazooka with a stuffed duck, and some feathers came flying out of it as well. And I remember Coach Mikey, the Ducklings manager, keeps yelling, "Guys! Guys!" And to raise their ire, basically. Ducklings did pick up the win. And I gotta say, Ugly Ducklings versus Young Bucks is a match that I think needs to happen. I don't know if any promotion out there is willing to put it on. Up next was another Battle Club Pro Heavyweight Title Tournament qualifier as Anthony Bowens defeated Clayton Jackson. Up next was a 6-man tag team match, where the individual winner of the match would qualify for the heavyweight title tournament, as we saw the Crusade for Change, Darius Carter and the Carnies defeat LAX, Santana, Ortiz, and the Notorious 187 Homicide when Carter pinned Homicide, and as a result, Darius Carter will be in this tournament. And during this chaotic 6-man match, they had a crowd brawl. And then up next was a 3-way match as Federated's Dagger Mick Drake, who was accompanied by Mr. Martinez, comes out. And he has a 3-way match where he defeated Gunnar Miller and newly crowned Wrestlers Laboratory champion Mr. Grimm. Being Mr. Grimm. After the match, Mr. Martinez requests the microphone, and he mentions that, if Mick Drake was victorious, Mike Orlando and Brute Van Slyke of Federated would be able to come back to Battle Club Pro. BCP's commentator, Joakim Morales, he says, unfortunately, Dave Sturcio, the commissioner, couldn't be here tonight. But, however, there's going to be I don't know if he said it's going to be a 3-match series where all members of Federated, Drake, Orlando, and Brute, will all be in matches, and I don't know if it's a best-of-3 match series at a show this summer, where if If Federated is successful, Dave Sturcio would be out as commissioner of Battle Club. But if Federated fail, they wouldn't be able to work for Battle Club again. By the way, before we continue, folks, Battle Club Pro did announce they will be back in New York City this summer. No date's been mentioned yet. Then it was on to our main event, which was the other women's match of the show, which saw Su Yung go one-on-one with Jessica Havoc. Now, unfortunately, due to the time change, well, the start time changing, right just after Havoc and Young had their bar brawl right near me, this is what Necro Butcher was known for, where both ladies were sitting in the chairs and they would exchange punches at each other. A short time after they got done with that, I had to take my leave since the last bus of the night was at 11:48 p.m. And I understand Jessica Havoc did defeat Su Yung, and as a result, Jessica Havoc will go one-on-one with Harlow O'Hara, or is it O'Hara, at the Women's Battle Club show on Saturday, May 26th. Personal notes, it was great sitting with Carlos Suarez, BJ, and Anthony Smack Them Man Titties Ellison. Great seeing Shane Fair, Elliot. Well, we do indeed have some memorable quotes. "You're the one that better pray, bitch!" Jessica Havoc to Harlow O'Hara when Harlow tried to get into it with Havoc after Harlow defeated Willow Nightingale. "I should have known it was you, Rob." Photographer Matt Wolf during the Ducklings matchup when I was on my megaphone. Those four ladies right next to me were pretty good looking. I failed to mention earlier, Wrestlers Laboratory will have a full-fledged show on Sunday, July 8th in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Hey, Carlos Aristi. I don't know if you can get a look at this, but I finally gave Battle Club Pro a divider in my binder. Now, Battle Club Pro presents their first ever women's show Saturday, May 26th in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, as they present May the Queen Reign, which Battle Club Pro will be crowning their first ever women's champion. And matches already announced. We had, for the first time ever, Mia Yim. Oh my God. Botchamania on my part. I almost said Mia Yim. Mia Yim goes one-on-one with Tessa Blanchard for the first time ever. Also, by virtue of their victories at Welcome to War, Jessica Havoc goes one-on-one with Harlow O'Hara. Also appearing will be Su Yung, Kiera Hogan. No relation to the Hulkster, brother. Helen Vale or Valle. I apologize for getting whichever names were wrong. Jordan Grace, Maria Manic, and more. Now, as mentioned, Battle Club said they will be back in New York City this summer. I don't know if that's going to be... I don't know when that will be. Don't know the date, folks. But I don't know if we'll have more tournament qualifying matches. But one match I would like to see Darius Carter one-on-one with the notorious 187 Homicide. And I definitely, Battle Club Pro, you're doing awesome. Keep up the great work with this. Keep combing all the independents for this great talent that most fans have never seen before. And maybe it is a strategic idea not to run every month because it gives you time to, regroup and figure out who to bring in, who to bring back, and all that jazz. because this is definitely, I definitely I may try to get somebody to come to the women's show on Saturday, May 26th. But well, as I mentioned earlier, I did have to leave due to catching the final bus of the night. I don't know. It would be great if I doubt it would happen, and I don't know if enough interest would be generated for a bus trip from the New York City area to come to a Battle Club show at Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. That would be a great idea, but I don't know if it could be pulled off or it would ever happen. It would be cool. It would be a pretty good. It would be great for the fans. I know that because I just hope you never have. I mean, Carlos, I hope as far as any shows in Jersey go, I hope you don't have to start 8 o'clock ever again. I understand why you did it, but I just hope it's not going to be. I just hope it doesn't happen again because I really don't want to have to leave a show before it ends. But it's not worth getting stranded until the morning, especially based on how cold it was. But Battle Club Pro, definitely a great event. Hopefully, things will just keep on going, keep on rising above. Oh boy, and I know I'm running out of words here, but I sure can't wait for May the Queen reign.